Neha Oni saying you were. I don't know about the Oni part, but Nahuatl nacido yo de nacido Ohio. Sounds very weird. Because usually with Puebla, I just usually say in Spanish, and I'm like, it makes sense in Spanish, so it must make sense in now, and it usually does. But Morelos style, I don't know. It's probably the same way we do classical. The cool thing about Morelos, it's the same structure as classical. So I think you would understand that one more than I would. Mm. Nawat ni only nawat. Yeah, he's saying the very proper way. Night
I
Shadow.
think the netlock is optional.
Yeah, it's optional, but when you do add it, it sounds more, I guess upper class sounds more sophisticated, more proper. You gotta say taso kamatik. Taso
Also,
kamatik. And that's for thank you.
I guess the formal way is with netlock, and the informal would be just the neat, what I said, netlock to a nawa.
Yeah. Now what? Yeah, I would say that's the basic way. Ni flatoa nawat.
What I said up
Mm-hmm.
there, I made a sentence about my dad. Can you decipher that?
Let's see. Where is it? My father born Costa Rica, and
That's actually true.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I got my grammar from. From it's like and they call it INL for short. So that one has like all the verb conjugation tables and stuff.
Like the plural of like like theirs in plural, like the word um what's the word, is, I guess, is, or yeah, they use yeltosh. I mean, let me put this yo to que. Oh, God damn it! I wasn't even writing. Ye to que. Inadequate now what lessons. Based on what he knows, it looks like it's mostly classical, but he got, like I would say, the basic structure right. So I guess it's kind of legit.
Yeah, it seems to match what like everything else that I've learned about it. One thing I don't trust it for is
Yeah.
like
So
vocabulary. Like I think a lot of the vocabulary is going to be correct, but some of it might not necessarily get the connotations of the words, or like it may use like a secondary meaning that's no longer common. And I'm also not too sure about the spelling
yeah.
sometimes.
Well, I'm saying, to me, the spelling doesn't really matter as long as it's
Well,
pronounced
I'm not
right.
necessarily sure about
Like
the
you see a lot of people.
pronunciation either.
Let's see.
Let me check that. Oregon. Yeah, okay. That's a great site. I've got it. So we can make like a post later tonight for that. Yeah, some of the words
Let me see. What's the
have
link?
audio, but it seems like they never put the audio on words that end in this pl. So like if you want to
Oh,
learn how to pronounce that, you
oh,
can't
there.
use
Oh,
that
there
site.
is an audio that. Oh, there's a site that does have the Nahuatl. Let me see. I should have done this. Just thought about it right now. There is a site that does have that TL sound, and I don't even know why I never brought it. It's the same. It's the same dial. The guy who speaks the audio is the same dialect as me. Well, the Puebla one. So let me look for it. Now you just brought it up in my head, like popped. I don't know why this always happens to me when I'm talking to people.
So I don't
Let me
know.
see.
Maybe you can judge to see how my pronunciation works. Like if I'm going to say this word, like I say,
Let's hear the word.
plakat.
That's close enough. I would say a lot better than me. I would say. Let's see. Where's the audio? This I don't know if you've been to this site before. It's from the man's book. I don't know. I think it'd be Tlaka me, and then use his like
Well,
theirs type
I know how to do it. I just
presence.
don't want to make sure I'm getting it.
Okay, here's the one that has the TL sounds. Here we go. Since I'm already at this point, it would be like Tlaka me, like Tlaka, and then their book, like um, el es
Not
el
sure if you're supposed to
hombre.
put the e and the ah together like that.
I don't. I think you're possessing the book, the man to the book instead of the book and the man.
Are you saying I'm getting like? Yeah, it is.
Sue.
Pretty sure this is correct here, but at least the only thing I'm unsure
Maybe, maybe it's Tlaka.
the only thing I'm unsure about is the spelling of this right there.
His book. Tlaka. Was it a mochli food? I used to know this word too. I, I used to know it. Like I used to say it after my Mayan. Um,
Looks okay because on that one site they're putting food is I know there may be more than one word, but one is Fakwali. Itlaqual in stone. To me, that means the cat's food.
I'm trying to find here. I have some
I thought
writings
you were
here,
supposed to be the
and I'm trying to
expert. You're
go.
giving all these tests.
Who's the expert now? Who? What?
Uh, Yoa Kawili.
Baila
That's not
mucho.
good.
No, soy. Where? I swear he did not write a sentence here that would help. Give me every other sentence.
So what do you mean like a variant? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you mean like an exception, or you mean like how it's done differently in a different region or something? Just exception. I think it'd be just pretty much like you attach it to anything really. One exception is if there's something that starts with E, then you don't need like you wouldn't make a triple or a quadruple length E. So it just mean like they discussed that at the inadequate Nahuatl lessons. So yeah, so
Yeah, we did, but
each cut,
hmm, don't
apparently this
know.
means
I'll be
cut.
honest.
But in this site says that the first I is like a weak vowel, so that drops off before a lot of different prefixes. So maybe that may not be the best example. Cotton, according to that one site, which I don't know what else could it mean, but I'll look it up on the dictionary. Each cot, yeah. If the noun starts with I, then you just replace that the with a long I, just the possessive. So so for some words that might lead to confusion, especially for words
Hmm.
that don't use this absolutive ending, because when you possess it, you take off the absolutive, or if you add like a different suffix to it, like a locative suffix, then it would drop off anyways. Then there could be confusion. Like you could just what is eo in tlaka? Oh, olin. I guess that's right. Yeah, lean should. That just kind of looks funny. This eel
Olin.
because it doesn't look like Nawa, but I guess it is. So yeah, if you write
Hmm.
that would mean the man's movement.
Oh, turtle. Yeah, ayot. Yeah, ayotochli for armadillo. Duh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, ayotochli is turtle rabbit, and that means armadillo.
I, I can see
Yeah.
why, because like got it's kind of like hard or something. Now I'm not too sure about the spelling of that. If you take quowly, it should just be equal.
Equal.
Sholot, I think that's the name of a god.
I'm talking about the awisyo.
It's used in a lot of compound words indicating some kind of animal. So like asholot, wait, sholot.
Atswilot. That's what I meant.
I think a lot of there was one that means like earth sholot or something. Like what was it? Plow sholot.
The ashalot, that's ashalot esquinkle, the proper long name. For the Mexican salamander is ashalot esquinkle. They got lazy and they call it ashalot. Because if you look at it, it has little ears, looks like a little doggy, you know. Um, I never understand why they put that in there, to be honest. But I always assume it's like a creature, like a generic animal, creature, monster.